we like to continuously shed light on and educate myself as well as others. The Temple Israel of West Bloomfield is hosting their adult Purim this Saturday. And I have the pleasure of having someone join us who can really educate myself as well as everyone else on what's going on. Cantorial Chair at Temple Israel West Bloomfield, Michael Smolash, joining us. Did I say your name right, Michael?
Hi, Kevin. You hear me now okay?
I can hear you now. Mic check 1, 2. Thank you so much. Did I say everything correct? Did I pronounce your name correct? I want to make sure I'm doing everything respectfully.
Thanks, Kevin. As close as anybody ever gets, it's Smolash, but that was a beautiful, almost there. That's what everybody gets. It's Smolash, and pleasure to talk to you and see you in person again.
Absolutely. Thank you again, sir, for joining us. So we're here talking about this adult Purim that you have this weekend. And thank you. You helped me to make sure I pronounced that right. But tell us a little bit more about what this is and what this means to the community.
Sure. Purim is a very old holiday, one of our oldest. It dates back about 2,500 years. So this interrupts Jewish history at the point when, the first temple stood for 400 years in ancient Israel, the land of Israel, and was destroyed. Now we're in the second temple period, about 50 years into that. So the year is 475 BC. That's where it happens, or when it happens. And that land and Egypt and Babylon, all that area is ruled over by ancient Iran, by Persia, right now under King Xerxes the Great. So that's when and that's where. And the story remembers an event that happened in Xerxes' rule over the empire when some high-ranking official in the Persian Empire tried to wipe out actually the entire Jewish population, including ancient Israel and all the other lands of Persia where the Jews were living. And without mentioning God in the story, without God overtly appearing, through political workings, the Jews were saved. And so for 2,500 years, we've celebrated that salvation. And there's a lot of traditions we can get into. There's a lot of practices. But one of them that you mentioned is doing a play retelling the story of Purim. Mm-hmm. And that's called a spiel. Spiel is just German and Yiddish for a play. So that's the event happening this Saturday here at Temple Israel. We're going to put on the story of Purim in a modern and unusual way.
Thank you for giving me a spiel. So that's essentially the play that will go on, that will essentially depict the story of the Purims. Thank you for enlightening me and our audience on that information a little bit more. There's an inspired theme this year, though, also, if I'm not mistaken, the election edition. Can you talk a little bit more about the inspiration behind that?
Yeah, so normally we pick some theme like America's Got Talent. It became America's Got Cholent, if you know Cholent's a Jewish dish. Mm-hmm. Like a rolling prune we did one year instead of like a rolling stone. So kind of silly ways to introduce the story. Whenever there's a presidential election every 4 years, we take the advantage of that to make fun of any politician we can get our hands on. And so we make it an election edition. And so, all the major politicians will make an appearance, so to speak, of course, in the form of our rabbis and our cantors. And we sing parodies of songs, basically poking fun at everything going on in politics, but without certainly taking sides or, trying to make any kind of deep statements.
I'm just laughing. The premise for that already has me just dying laughing because I'm already on board with it. Taking something that's so serious, that makes the world so tense right now, and just making fun of it, being lighthearted with it. I'm already a fan of that right there. Join us right now, Cantorial Chair at Temple Israel, West Bloomfield, Michael Smolash. Talking about the adult Purim that they have and spiel this Saturday at Temple Israel. So could you provide some insights into how this clergy prepare for and creates this Purim spiel each year?
Well, we have, I'm the one that takes on the brave task of writing it. I've got the latest version of the script right here. Mm-hmm. We have some great help from talented people in the community. I don't know if you're familiar with Wendy Schenker. She's definitely worth getting to know. She's a top writer in North America, writes for celebrities, for award shows, etc. Our soloist, Emma Trevax, also as a real good sense of comedy, so she helps. And I kind of put the whole thing together in the most zany way we can. And the look you have on your face is kind of what we're going for. Just have a good time,
Yeah,
blow off some steam,
yeah.
celebrate the holiday, and maybe you know uh, get a little of the stress out of the political situation.
And that's perfect. I think that's exactly what we need nowadays, specifically.
Mm.
So, can you tell us, if I'm not mistaken, you say this is actually open to the community, free also? Just talk about that if it's true, and just give the details on how people can actually attend this, if so.
Absolutely. Everyone is welcome. The whole community. It's happening this Saturday night at 7. You'll probably be more familiar, if you're from a Jewish heritage with what's going on. It's a religious ceremony. It's at a synagogue, but it's open to the community. We welcome everyone.
Yeah.
There's actually childcare as well. So if you want to bring your kids and drop them off, they're going to have a nice evening also doing kids Purim activities. And then there's going to be some free light food and wine to get us in the mood, the whole spiel, and then free dessert after with dancing. So it's basically a whole evening and date with a Jewish event, childcare included. And it's at Temple Israel, 5725 Walnut Lake Road. And if you want to reserve a spot, just email Maya, Maya, at temple-israel.org to sign up and get a chair. It's going to be a packed room.
Oh, Michael, you had me at childcare and wine. You don't have to convince me anymore, sir. Any last words about anything that you all have going on? Just any words that you want to share with the community at all?
Yeah, we say at the time of Purim that joy increases and increases and increases, and we say that joy also breaks all boundaries. So I invite everyone of whatever background in our community to kind of get on this beautiful carpet ride of joy that's happening in our calendar. Because any challenge you have in front of you, if you approach it with a joyful heart and with a joyful attitude, you'll see that all barriers will melt away.
Absolutely. Basic principles of life. I can get with that.
Mm.
Perfect place to land, Michael. Thank you again for joining us. Michael Smolash, Temple Israel of West Bloomfield, Cantorial Chair. Thank you again for your time.
Great to talk to you, Kevin.